In our last video, Eduardo Esquerez commented, "While I'm not too excited with crypto in general, I've now followed Crypto Espresso for several weeks, mostly because how Andrew starts every episode in a different way." So a merry news day to Andrew and CoinMarketCap. Well, Eduardo, happy that you enjoy. It's now the day after the Tuesday news day, and you know what that means. It's Wednesday. And you know what that means. There's news. That's right. I am your host, Andrew, and this is Crypto Espresso, your teeny tiny daily shot of caffeinated crypto headlines. I'll try not to dislocate my arm when I pat myself on the back. First up, El Salvador's Bitcoin bonds have suffered yet another setback, with a top Tether executive confirming that its launch has been pushed back until later this year. The Central American nation is hoping to raise $1 billion through so-called Volcano bonds. Half of these bonds would be invested into Bitcoin, with the remainder spent on infrastructure to build a Bitcoin city powered by magma at the base of a volcano. Yeah! The bonds were meant to go on sale in March, but the rollout was delayed because of weak market conditions. Now, according to Fortune, there's speculation over whether the Volcano bonds will ever launch at all, potentially affecting President Nayib Bukele's plans to build his very own supervillain lair. Next week marks 1 year since El Salvador adopted Bitcoin as legal tender. A woman who was owed a $100 refund from Crypto.com ended up receiving $10.5 million by mistake. Clearly emboldened by the slogan, "Fortune favors the brave," she went on a huge spending spree, giving some of her cash to family and friends, then buying a 5-bedroom house in Melbourne. It took the exchange 7 months to notice their little oopsie doopsie, and for most of this year, Crypto.com has been battling to get those funds back. A court in Australia has now ruled the mansion must be sold and the cash must be repaid with interest, but the exchange's lawyers are facing an uphill struggle to get all of that money back. A large chunk of the funds was sent to the woman's sister in Malaysia, and she's not replying to emails or any other methods of contact. A British man is set to be extradited to the US, where he's wanted in connection with the OneCoin scam. Christopher Hamilton's accused of laundering $105 million that was linked to one of the largest Ponzi schemes in history. Overall, $4 billion was lost by investors around the world. A judge ruled another suspect, Robert McDonald, should not be extradited because he's caring for his extremely ill wife. As a reminder, OneCoin launched back in 2014 and wooed investors around the world with bold promises of being a Bitcoin killer. The woman who allegedly operated the whole pyramid scheme, Ruja Ignatova, has been on the run since 2017 and now sits on the FBI's 10 most wanted list. If you're sitting on any information, there's a $100,000 reward, by the way. The Wall Street Journal has written an article about Tether, and the stablecoin issuer is not very happy. Reporters claim that USDT is in real danger of becoming technically insolvent. The newspaper cited figures from the stablecoin issuer's own website that showed it had $67.7 billion in reported assets and $67.5 billion in liabilities. This means that if the value of those assets fell by just 0.3%, it wouldn't have enough cash to back all of the USDT in circulation. Responding to the report, Tether accused the newspaper of making a series of unsubstantiated conclusions and claimed it has an agenda to hurt its reputation. Tether's disclosures have been the most honest and transparent in the market, the statement added. And finally, Ethereum co-founder Vitalik Buterin has announced that he's written a book, and it's going to be released in 4 weeks. It's imaginatively titled Proof of Stake, bringing together essays that Buterin wrote before and during the rise of Ethereum. There are signs he might criticize the blockchain's other founders, as the website promoting the book says, while many around him were focused on seeing the value of their tokens rise, he was working through the problems and possibilities of crafting an internet-native world. The book's going to be available in physical form, and signed digital copies are also on offer. Proceeds from the sale are going to support open-source public goods through Gitcoin grants. And all proceeds from your efforts will be used to like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and click on that little bell icon to get buzzed whenever a new Crypto Espresso video goes live. If Crypto.com gave me $10.5 million by accident, I'd hire Matt Damon to do a Crypto Espresso Super Bowl commercial. Let me know what you'd spend the money on, or if you'd just return it like a good noodle in those comments below. Because yeah, I read the comments, and I shout the good ones out in the next video. But while you're in those comments, move your eyes up a little more. No, that's too far. You should be looking for the description below this video. And that's where you can ask Alex about our headlines or crypto in general. Alex is also a great resource for all things Web3 and the metaverse, which is still not powered by volcanoes. Come on, Naive, get on that. Anyway, that does it for Wednesday's show. Be sure to join us tomorrow for more Crypto Espresso. Oh, that rhymed.